Morning vlog. It is Friday, it's 5:30 in the morning, and we're about to head to the airport because we're going to the Indy 500. Our flight's not until 9:30, but I am not one of those people that can arrive late. I'm always hours early. It's just the way it is. So this is the outfit. We have just a Skims top, Calvin Klein briefs, Adidas track pant. I'm using my Supreme crossbody. I always use this when I travel just because it's easy and can fit a ton of things. It's freezing here in Boston once again, and word on the street is it's pretty cold or colder in Indiana today, so I'm gonna add some layers for the travel day. Just adding a Joa Brown zip-up sweatshirt and a Frankie Shop blazer just to sort of elevate the look a little bit. See you in Indiana. Jill doesn't need a mirror for her lip liner. Let's see it, let's see it.
So he's not shutting you down.
Let's see it. Stunning, stunning. We are in Indiana and it is Saturday, and today we're just gonna do a casual little barbecue with my cousin and some of their friends. The Indy race is tomorrow and we have a really early morning. I think we're leaving at like 5 in the morning to head to the race, so we're gonna be getting up early. So this is the outfit. We have just a Skims top. The jeans are from Citizens of Humanity. Normal jewelry, Love AJ, Banks, Vanessa Mooney. We're just keeping it cute and casual today. And an IPA for barbecue. We're currently being assigned tasks for tomorrow. I'm in charge of alcohol. And ice. I'm stressed. Okay, just popping in for a brief interruption. I wanted to give a little more context on what's happening on some of this stuff. My cousin and his wife and our family have been going to Indy 500 for years. They live in Indianapolis, so I think that they've come up with this process just like over years of experience and hosting people and everything. So within our group, they split us into 4 teams. We had food, beverage, ambiance, and furniture. And then, according to my cousin, we were able to use anyone we wanted as resources for helping us get things done. I was on the beverage team, as was Jill, which I felt like was a very difficult and a very important task to be getting done for this. So we had to make sure we had ice and alcohol for tailgating and ice and alcohol for when you're up in the stands, because at Indy, you can bring your own food and beverage into the stands. And then my cousin, she was on the food team and she prepped breakfast burritos for while we were tailgating and also sandwiches for while we were in stands, which were lifesavers. I highly recommend making sure you have snacks and food while you're watching. Our ambiance team was kind of in charge of things like cups, sunscreen, all like the little accessories that you need to make an event fun. That was what their job was. And then our furniture team was in charge of like chairs and the table and then the setup and breakdown of that kind of stuff. The only rules really that they had was it had to just be in the car ready to go by 5 a.m. the next day. Most of us loaded the car the previous night, so we were all ready to go, which made things really easy. Drinking some Manhattans before we do driver selection.
Third annual driver selection show. Drafting first, my dude John.
Hi.
A number from the wall. 13. Round.
Lucky 13.
John selects. This is good. Felix Rosenquist.
We also played this game that was really fun the day before they call it driver selection. Basically, it was a triple blind, $10 buy-in per selection. You randomly pick and then winner takes all. We decided our order for picking was based on your first concert and then alphabetical order of said concert. My first concert was Tech 9 in high school, so I was at the end of the list. The game was really fun because it gave you someone specifically to cheer for, even if you have your favorites, but it gave you someone to cheer for during the race. I had 3 drivers for my selections. It just made it more fun, really interactive with everyone. Also, we didn't know a lot of people in this group, and when we played that game, everyone kind of got to know each other a little bit more, so it was cool that way.
It's for the effort.
Cheers. In the Indy.
Okay, it is 11. Post barbecue, we were all assigned tasks for the evening, and my task was to be in charge of the liquor and ice for race day, which means liquor and ice for tailgating and liquor and ice for in the stands. So that was a lot of prep, and I'm going to bed because I'm getting up at 2:30 in the morning because we have a lot of people in the house and a lot of showers that we need to schedule. Also, I'm in charge of breakfast burritos going in the oven, and we are out the door at 5. So we got a couple hours of sleep and then we are off. Let's go. Good morning. Indy, it's race day. What is going on with the men's bathroom line?
Nobody knows how to poop here.
You guys, there's no line for the women. Okay, so my number one tip for Indy 500 is to leave early in the morning. I know that seems just like common sense, but we were ready to go at 5. We had to wait for a couple people, so we ended up not leaving until 5:30, and we sat in traffic for 3 hours. One of those hours was just at one light that we just couldn't get past, and we were 20 minutes from our tailgating spot. 3 hours to get to a place that's technically 20 minutes away is an insane amount of time, and we left crazy early. So I'm really curious to see or to hear what time the people that get there before us are like arriving in line to get in, because we left early and we still sat in insane traffic. The other thing I would say is sunscreen. It was cloudy this time, and we actually were sitting underneath this awning in the stands, which is a really cool area to sit, so we didn't really have to worry about sunscreen this year. But if you're sitting out in the stands where there's no coverage, I can imagine that it's just like miserable, because if it's a hot day, there's no protection. And then my last tip is, if you're tailgating, you're gonna end up hanging out after, because the lines to get out are insane. Not as bad as getting in, but I would just plan to like play games and hang out with the people around in your tailgating area for a while. So we did, and it made it more fun. I don't think we got back until it was dark out, which I think sunset's 9 o'clock. And the race didn't go that long, so we hung out for a while. and I think it took a few hours to get out still. Those are my biggest tips for Indy 500. Super, super fun. I would highly recommend, if you've never been to a race like that, to go. It's such an experience, such a unique experience. Yeah, Jill and I both decided that we want to go again next year. With our whole family is going. Usually it's my like aunt and her kids, which are the cousins that I went with, but my whole family is going next year, so it's gonna be even more wild because our family is wild. And that's it for our first Indy 500, and I guess let's see in the next couple of weeks. We were supposed to be moving next week, but we are still unsure where we're going. Jill's still in talks with different hospitals, so we are not sure where we'll be going, and I think it's looking like her next contract will start in July if we're going with one of the potentials, so we might be here for a couple more weeks, but once we know, I'll let you know. So the next vlog will still be our last couple weeks in Boston and packing up and heading to our next location. It's very, very possible that we will be spending the summer on the Cape, which would be really exciting, but I'm not sure, and I was looking for places to live and there's like nothing. Nothing available. It's pretty late to be booking a summer house on the Cape now, so that could be difficult, but we'll see. Until next time. Before I go, just one more thing. It's fucking raining again.